Welcome to Banning Smart Class, designed for civil service examinations. In the last class we had completed part of the question answer on Panchayat Raj. We shall complete this class. We shall complete the rest of the questions. Then we will proceed to the municipal system, urban local self-government in India. Okay. So first is Ashok Mehta committee. We have already discussed during Janata government. Janata government, like Moraji Desai government, 1977. So it was there, and the committee made tremendous recommendations for Panchayat Raj system. Okay. Then question number 26. The first district adopted Panchayat Raj system in India, Nagaur district, in 1959. You remember? In Rajasthan, Nagaur district. Which Prime Minister started constitutional amendment bill to make Panchayat Raj system under constitutional status, means to provide constitutional status. That was Rajiv Gandhi under 64th Constitutional Amendment Bill. 64th Amendment Bill, that is B, that is A. So it is Rajiv Gandhi government, isn't it? Then who was the Prime Minister during constitutional status to Panchayat Raj? P.V. Narasimha Rao, C, which is incorrectly matched. Balwant Rai Mehta is incorrectly matched 1957. So these are very fundamental questions. 1957, Balwant Rai Mehta was appointed, and it was the first committee on Panchayat Raj, as all of you know. And all other committees are correctly matched. Okay, so answer will be A. Then question number 30. Odisha formally adopted Panchayat Raj system, although it started in 1948. There was a provision, but formally started in 1961 after the recommendation of Balwant Rai Mehta committee. So that is also a point to be remembered. Which among the following are rural local bodies? Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti, Jilla Parishad, all of these are a part of rural local bodies, rural local self-government. Who conduct the election of municipality? That is also the same, State Election Commission. So that is D, that is B. State Election Commission conducts elections to both municipality and Panchayat Raj. Who among the following is not a member of the Panchayat Samiti? Sarpanch may be elected member of state legislature, belongs to the state, to that area. Member of the Union Parliament may be that area. But Sarpanch may not be a member. I don't think so. So A. But he can be associated with, but he is not a member. Which of the following state does not have three-tier system? ऐसे तो three-tier system does not have a theta structure. So most of them have three-tier structure. I don't think this question is correct. I have not checked probably. So has a three-tier structure if you consider, has a three-tier structure में ये मणिपुर आएगा हाज. Let's do it like that. 37 Grama Sabha is convent. Grama Sabha is convent on the approval of 10% of the total strength or 50%. 50 members. Whoever recommends it. And obviously convened by the authority of the Sarpanch. Which among the following is not a recommendation of Ashok Mehta Committee? Open participation of Panchayat Raj, it is a recommendations. Organization of Grama Sabha was not there. Ashok Mehta did not have any mention. Mehta Committee did not have any mention regarding Grama Sabha. Then other matters is there. So answer will be B. Compulsory power of taxation, it was also a recommendation. (39) The chairman of a committee, Panchayat Raj, has a 5-year term, so very easy questions, just a overlook. How many subjects are there in the 11th schedule? 29 subjects. Okay. Women reservation in Odisha, Panchayat Raj and municipalities is 50% now. Odisha has introduced 50% reservation in municipalities since 2022 elections. Okay. The minimum population of a municipality corporation is 5 lakh. We shall discuss now. B. Which among the following are urban local bodies? All of these are urban local bodies. The lowest tier of Panchayat Raj system is Grama Panchayat. Lowest tier. (44) That is A. So kindly take a note of that. Now 45. Which among the following is the highest tier of municipality system? Municipal Corporation. C. The minimum age required to contest Panchayat Raj elections 21 years. It is mentioned in the 73rd Act that a person who has not attained 25 years or has attained 21 years and above, then he may not be disqualified. Which of the following related to Panchayat Raj was not appointed by Congress-led government? It was the only Ashok Mehta committee. B. 48. Consider the following statement: all the three levels of Panchayat Raj institutions are directly elected. Yes, if we talk about the members, if the state government dissolves the Panchayat before the end of its 5-year term, fresh election must be held within 3 months, not 6 months. So only one is correct, A. Okay, so kindly take a note of that. So that is option A, 48. 49. Which of the following was not a recommendation of Balwant Mehta committee? The village panchayat should be constituted directly elected, right? Collector should be the chairperson, right? Head of the panchayats, district panchayat, no. That was not there. That was not there. The district, it is the answer, C. The district panchayat should be directly elected. That was not told upon. The Panchayat Samiti should be executive, yes. In case Panchayat dissolves earlier, an election is held if the remaining period is more than, there is no option, so that is usually 1 year, A. What is the quorum of Grama Sabha? That is 1/10. It varies from state to state. In which of the following state right to recall? So right to recall we shall not discuss, but remember in almost all states 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, they have all the right to recall, means to call back the representatives if they don't perform up to the expectation of the people from the middle of the term. Next, 53. National Panchayat Raj Divas is observed on 24 April every year. That is correct. And because 73rd came into force on these dates. So both of them are right. And R is the correct explanation of A. Answer is A. (54) That should be a two-tier Panchayat Raj. Jilla Parishad should be an executive body. There should be official participation of political parties. A minister of Panchayat Raj should be appointed. Which of the above mentioned Ashok Mehta committee? All of them. D. As per the provision of 73rd Amendment Act 1992, 3-tier system of Panchayat Raj is not applicable to having less than 20 lakh population. B. They may have 2-tier structure like Grama Panchayat and District Panchayat. Which of the following is not provided under 73rd? Grama Sabha, State Election Commission, Reservation, Ward Committee. Ward Committee is a part of uh, 74 Amendment. Which statement is not correct? So it is D, it is B. Which statement is not correct regarding Grama Sabha? It is a body consisting of persons registered in the electoral rolls. That is correct. It is a village assembly consisting of registered voters of the panchayats. Its powers have been determined by the union legislatures. Its powers and functions will be like state legislature of the state level. Like its powers are mentioned by the state government. C. Which is the apex body of the 3-tier system? Jilla Parishad, isn't it? B. Consider the following statement. The State Election Commission is appointed by the government of the state governor. It's correct. The State Election Commission enjoys office during the pleasure of the governor. No. He can be removed by the president in the manner a high court judge is removed. It conducts election to municipalities, panchayats and not trade unions. Not trade unions. That is incorrect. The condition of his service and tenure is decided by the state legislature, right? So 1 and B only. A. That is B. It is B. (59) 60. Role of Grama Sabha has the power to prevent alienation of land in scheduled areas. Yes. Grama Sabha has the ownership of minor land produce. Yes. Recommendation of Grama Sabha is essential for prospecting license or mining lease. So that is provided in the PESA Act. So all are correct. D. Which of the following state intervened known as Kshetra Panchayat? Uttar Pradesh. Odisha Jilla Parishad Act was enacted in the year 1991. How many districts are declared fully scheduled areas? In Odisha, 7 districts. There are 7 districts. Department of Community and Panchayat Raj was established in 1962 when Vijay Patnaik was the Chief Minister. That is a good question. How many Grama Panchayats are there? Odisha at present. It is 6798. Tribal blocks 118. Which committee recommended for the creation of post of District Development Commissioner? G.V.K. Rao. Okay. So this is all about your Panchayat Raj system. Now we shall move to another features. Urban local self-government. So before that, remember that we have already mentioned, we are going as a preliminary reference. So there is often a question arises, problems of Panchayat Raj in India or in Odisha. The problems of Panchayat Raj are many. First of all, there is an inadequate devolution of powers. That is the major problems. Inadequate devolution of powers. And inadequate allocation of financial resources by the state government to the panchayats defeats the purpose of local self-government. The lack of political education among the members at the grassroots levels. Those who are elected are seen to possess little idea about political formation, political system of our country. They are least aware about the constitutional government. So that is also things lack of political education in the periphery. Another thing is dummy representations of women representatives. Although there is a provisions for 50% reservation for women, but if we go through the last, you can say more than 3 decades of 3 to 4 decades of constitutional status, you will see that although there have been presence of number of women representatives, but they function as they're dictated by their male members of their family. So real women representation has not taken place. The decisions made by the women sarpanch, women chairpersons are not their own, rather they are biased by, or they are decided by their male members. So it defeats the very purpose of women empowerment, which has been the goal of 73rd Amendment Act. And politicizations of grassroots level elections, although there is no open participation of political parties in the election, but it is mostly seen that people are biased or people exercise their rights on partisan feelings, on partisan fronts. That should not be there. The political parties should not be, but it is not possible to totally remove or totally alienate the political parties from the scenario. So these are the major problems of Panchayat Raj institutions, not only in Odisha but in almost all states. You can highlight these points and you can add various points on this regard. So although the units have been there, although the Panchayat Raj system has been evolved, but they are yet to function as autonomous units of local self-government. There is a need for much devolution. There is a need for much work or much work is there to make them empowered. Okay? Baki right to recall system that we were talking about, it was there in 1947 in Uttar Pradesh, and before independence also Sachindranath Sanyal propagated the idea of recall. Recall is a element in direct democracy by which the members can be called back if they are unable to function or up to the expectation of the members. And right to recall have been provided in various states, as I told you. There have been Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab and Haryana. Right to recall has been initiated in various states at the Panchayat level. I repeat the names: Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, that is your Punjab, Haryana. And different modifications also have been there. Different states are providing different types of election procedures in the election of the Sarpanch and ward members. Some states even have gone to the extent of providing, like Haryana in 2015, provided various qualifications to be elected as governors and ward members, like if the candidate must have passed 10th class for general and 8th class for the other castes, and must have functional toilets, must not have been a defaulter in loans. So various provisions have been inserted are provided by the states for the elections. And there was a case also in lodged against the Haryana Panchayat Raj Act 2015, popularly known as Rajawala case versus state of Haryana. It was claimed that providing certain qualification like educational qualification or any other qualifications for the election of Sarpanch and ward members would be violative of Article 14. But the Supreme Court of India has upheld the Act, saying that there is a need for some changes in the grassroots level. The leaders should be somewhat educated to interact with the people, to give them good governance, to ensure them good governance. They must be literate to some extent. So the Haryana Amendment Act has not been declared totally ultra virus by the Supreme Court. So there are many issues pending with local self-government in India, especially Panchayat Raj system. And there is a need, much is needed to be done to make them self-sufficient and self-empowered. Most part of the things is that the finance part. They are yet to be developed. Many states have shown reluctance in developing powers to Panchayat Raj. Okay? So these are the things. Now we shall proceed with the urban local self-government. So there are many things in urban local self. Let me just tell you briefly. Then we shall discuss also various types of urban areas. These are there also, that is already mentioned. Types of urban local self-government. Urban local self-government is it refers to elected government in the urban administrations like Panchayat Raj. But unlike Panchayat Raj system, urban system is not a constitutional provision. Earlier there was no mention about urban areas anywhere in the constitution. as Panchayat Raj was mentioned in Article 40. But there have been many efforts taken by the government before independence for giving autonomy. You can say that during the British time, modernization or urbanization took its shape. It got a start during the British government. And in 1882, in 1687, British government established the first municipal corporation in 1687 in Madras. That is the first step towards urbanizations. And Lord Mayo's resolution, that was in 18. Lord Mayo's resolution was also a step towards granting autonomy to urban areas. And in 1882, Ripon's resolution, considered to be a landmark in the history of urban local self-government because it had tremendous contribution towards the autonomous functioning of the municipal corporations, municipalities. But as it was a colonial government, so nothing is expected more from this arrangement. And there was, as you know, India has been a least urbanized country, and the pace of urbanization was expedited only after, we can say, only after 1970s, 80s. So it was very slow and tardy. Okay? And whatever may be, but during British time, some steps were taken. And after independence, a major commission was on urbanization was appointed in 85, chaired by CM Korea. CM Korea was the chairperson. It was the commission. It recommended various changes or various mechanisms to make the urban areas autonomous. And later, 74th Amendment Act was simultaneously passed along with 73rd Amendment Act to grant constitutional status to urban areas. And today, almost all cities are governed through this act. Almost all places like municipality, municipal corporations. So now let us have a brief look at the types of urban areas in India. First of all, what is an urban area? If you talk about what is an urban area or definition of urban area in India. According to the definition of the given by the Census Department of India, an urban area is an area where there is a minimum population of 5,000. As you can see, it is written minimum population of 5,000, and about 75% of the male working population is engaged in non-agricultural activities, and the density of population is to be 400 in plain areas, 100 in hilly areas. So that are the criteria mentioned in the definition, and these towns are called census towns, first time. So thousands of census towns are enumerated in each census, and with the passage of time, these areas may grow into NSC, municipality or municipal corporations, last stage. So this is called census towns, but they are not covered under the types of urban areas. They are considered to be a part of the urbanizations. In 2011 census, it is provided that 31%, about almost 31% of India's population live in urban areas. So near about 70% population live in village areas, 69% populations. In the recent estimation, it is seen that 35% are urbanized. And there is also regional disparity in urbanization. Some states are highly or densely urbanized, some states are least urbanized, some states are medium or moderate urbanizations. So urbanization in India is not uniform across the country, and that is there, and therefore steps are taken to make more urbanizations possible, but still India lives in her villages. With regards to types of urban bodies, we shall have 6 to 8 types of urban bodies. First type is municipal corporation. It is the highest type of cities in terms of population. So municipal corporations are those cities which have a population more than 5 lakh. It is a statutory towns because it is established an act of the state legislature. And in municipalities, they are set up under an act of parliament. The political head of the municipal corporation is known as mayor, and the administrative is the development commissioner. They are established under an act of state legislature. Their powers, their functions are provided under the Act. Elections to municipal corporations are conducted by the State Election Commissioner. All the members, those who are called corporators, are directly elected by the people on the basis of universal adult suffrage. Mayor may be directly or indirectly elected as per the Act. In Odisha, mayor from this recent changes in Odisha Municipal Act, the mayors are elected directly by the people. There are 5 municipal corporations in the state. And elections are held every year. There is a reservation for SC and ST according to the proportion of their populations. And there is also a 50% reservation for women in members and chairpersons in the municipal bodies. And to be noted here that Odisha has provided 50% reservation in urban local bodies since 2022 elections. Okay, prior to that, there were a few states had provided. So this is all about the constitution. Apart from the municipal corporators, there may be some persons as appointed as members or nominated as members, like persons with wide experience, and the local MPs and MLAs may be associated in the municipals. Okay. Now municipality. Municipality is established on Act of State Legislature of 1 lakh or above populations. They are second tier of municipal government in the state. They are also statutory towns. Population may vary from 1 lakh to 5 lakhs. And the chairperson is called the executive political head of the municipalities are designated as chairpersons or in different names in different states. And the political administrative head is the chief executive officer, who is generally a senior member in the civil service. In the same manner, election is conducted to municipalities as in case of municipal corporations. And the municipalities are elected for 5 years. The members are called councillors. So in municipality and municipal corporation, there is territorial representation, like in case of Lok Sabha, like in Vidhan Sabha, like in case of panchayats. In municipality also there is a territorial representation. Each city or each urban area is divided into certain territorial constituencies called wards. So accordingly election is held, and the municipality function under the Act. So it is the second tier of government recommended by provided under the 74th Amendment Act. Then NSC by Nagar Panchayat, it is a semi-urban area, probably in the sense in the urban area in making. The NSCs are established through a notification of the government, hence they are called Notified Area Council. The membership, the mode of selection of members varies. Sometimes direct election is also held, but most of the times, most of the states, the members of the NSC are nominated. And its term is 5 years, no doubt. Its chairperson is called chairperson also, and the executive officer is usually a member of the civil service. It has a term of 5 years, and it's called Nagar Panchayat. So municipality, municipal corporation and Nagar Panchayat are provided in the 74th Amendment Act. Okay. Now with regards to Port Trust of India, Port Trust cities. Port Trust cities are established under Port Trust Act in the major port area. In Odisha, Paradip Port Trust is a Port Trust towns city. So their organization, structure and functions slightly differ from that of the municipalities and municipal corporations. The Port Trust may be chaired by the ex officio capacity or the person who is the head of the Port Trust. He may be the ex officio chairperson of the Port Trust, and members are partly elected, partly nominated also by the Port Authority. So it is a different kind of proposition, not like municipality or municipal corporations. There are about 12 Port Trust cities maybe, and they are established under the Port Trust Act established by the Parliament. State legislature may introduce certain changes. Port Trust. Then cantonment towns. Cantonment towns are set up in a military station, near a military station, to provide basic amenities, urban amenities to civilian population living in the area. They are called military towns. They are established under Cantonment Act 2006. Earlier it was 1924. It was repealed, and in 2006 a new act was made by Parliament that is popularly known as Cantonment Act 2006. Under this act, defense towns or cantonment towns are set up. There are about 62 cantonment towns in India at present. There is different organization, structure and function of the cantonment boards. The head of the military station in the area is the ex officio chairperson of cantonment towns. Some members are directly elected by the people and some are not elected, rather they're ex officio members nominated by the chairperson from the station. So defense towns are an assimilation of both civilians and military members. The civilian members, those who are elected, they remain in office for 3 years, whereas the ex officio members continue as long as they serve in the station. The mode of functioning and other aspects of municipal governance in the cantonment board are a decision of the chairperson and the members. So I told you there are 62 cities, urban areas, cantonment cities in India. There are no cantonment cities in Odisha. The maximum number is Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand also. And there are other cities also in Tamil Nadu and others. Okay? And at present there are 62 cantonment cities. Then township, industrial township, it is raised in the area surrounding the factory or surrounding the industrial setup. It is set up to provide civic amenities to the staff and other persons who are associated with the industries. It is established because of the establishment of the industrial factory. It is not a regulated town, it is completely under the governing body of the industry or factory, and it is completely under the control of them. There is no provision of electoral things related to township. Apart from township, there are also town area committee established in semi-urban areas. They are also considered as urban bodies. And these areas are area basis functional. They are categorized on the basis of area, a spatial division of urban areas. Apart from these 7 spatial divisions, there is also a functional division or functional town that is called Special Area Agency. Special Area Agency is where the electricity board, water board, they are also called urban definition they come under. They provide facilities, urban amenities to the dwellers. Hence, they are considered to be a urban area or a town or a urban setup on the basis of function. It is called Special Purpose Agency. So we can take example of water board, electricity board near the towns are considered to be a functional town, functional urban area. So these are the major areas, and in the states the cities are regulated and governed by the Ministry of Urban Affairs, where it is found in each state, and also at the center, and in union territories, the cities are looked after by the Home Ministry, and in the cantonment towns are looked after by the Ministry of Defence. And the Urban Development Ministry was established in 1952. It was renamed as Urban Local Self-Government, Urban Development and Employment in 1995 only. So it is the apex ministry with regards to administration of urban areas and regulations of urban areas in India. And there was a need for constitutionalization of urban areas, so 74 Amendment Act fulfilled the objectives, granted autonomous status or constitutional status to urban bodies. In the next class, we shall be checking all these things, all these parameters, salient features of 74th Amendment Act, and the shape and size of the urban areas. Okay, for the timing, let me bid you goodbye. Stay prepared, stay safe also, and don't leave until you cross the tunnel. That's all. Thank you very much. Hey re Raghu, kuade golu. Raghu kodala. Ei kon Raghu tana kon? Sab. Boleh ni ada karat. Selu.